Yeah. All right, y'all. Seeing that I done been down this road, and I pretty much been analyzing everything like I need to see what I need to see and what I need to, observe for the future. I ain't gonna say defeat and this and that. No more promises. No more big events from me. No more business making and all that shit for me. I'm done with all that. I'm finna just get me a place off to myself and build me a whole new world by my damn self. Whoever with me, good. If they ain't with me, fuck it. It doesn't matter because I'm relocating anyway. Understand this, that when we all got in this situation, I really can't speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure I can on this note. But this is what happened to me. First, all my text was hacked. That's how I lost my studio, because my studio was already 24 years old. It couldn't take a hit like that. I was able to save a lot of archives, but I lost the studio, which is my cigarette. So immediately, cigarettes, all the chain smoking came back right after I lost the studio. 529 songs and counting on social media. I think that was just on Facebook. And then I was rapping. This was before I had the accident. So after the accident, I went to making even more songs. Stuff that was on my phone. Bo Loco, thank you, and Vito, thank both of y'all. I still don't know why y'all really ain't working together, but make a lot more money. But I mean, I'm sure y'all working together, but I'm saying my philosophy is a lot different, though. It's no telling how many songs, especially considering the ones I deleted and lost, pretty much thrown away on YouTube and any other site I was putting them on. Remind y'all, a lot of them just old. This shit is old, so if I put shit out, it's just, I was already planning on going to make videos to the songs if I got too bored in life. So here we are. God said I moved too fast. He said I finished everything too fast. I'm just sitting here around here waiting, y'all. I think I'm 5 years early or some shit. I still need to clean up my act, though. I'm in trouble too, you know what I'm saying? Because this stuff he want me to do to better prepare myself for what everybody want me to do. But I've been hard-headed in that department. And it ain't just me, it's the surroundings. Like, there wouldn't have been a person to my statue. Like when the terror said somebody coming, I already know ain't nobody coming here. Just put it that way. Not until I get, not until areas like this get out of their ego as a whole, you know what I'm saying? If you a small town and you can't tell, if you can't look around you from your vacation and all this shit, TV, some real shit, not no fake shit, and can tell that your area functioning different from the whole world, and it might be a problem with that, then there's something wrong with you. And everybody here fucked up like that, white or black. The separation itself in color is embarrassing. I mean, racism all over the world, but here, I mean, I know black people come through here just, traveling, might be traveling from New York to Atlanta for the first time, and if they have to stop here to get gas, they be scared as hell till they see me walking the gas station or something. Oh my God, I was worried, bro. You know what I'm saying? They looking behind houses for people hanging. That's awful, that's embarrassing, really. Ain't nothing cool about it, especially when you broken in everybody in the world. physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. Ugh. God forbid. That's why I detached and separated myself. But the place is beautiful. The place is immaculate. I know it's wealthy people right now waiting on these scumbags here to bite the bullet, bro. Because they finna buy this place. All I got to say to you wealthy folks is that when you get it, don't forget about me. And let's not forget about nature. And let's not destroy the beauty and the nature of this place. We can build around nature, y'all. You ain't gotta cut everything down so you can have a mall with nobody in it. You can sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere and learn to talk to the grass and learn to talk to H2O and the weather and learn how you can either partake in controlling that if you get in tune with yourself. And quit killing everybody that can do it on a professional level and thinking they aliens and digesting them somewhere and nobody ever seen them again. Now, sit your ass down somewhere. We tired of y'all. We tired of getting out, watching our kids from gangsters, thugs, NASA. I ain't gonna say NASA, but you get it, y'all. Area 51, I ain't gonna say Area 51 either. Area whatever, right? Don't come after me. You already after me. I done got off subject, y'all. But anyway, back on subject. When I got in this situation, immediately all my tech was hacked to the point where you couldn't do nothing beneficial. You could call out, and you could definitely call some other scumbag to turn your life into trash even more than what it is. But you cannot get a job, receive money, or talk to lawyers. It's almost fucking impossible unless you coming down to like me and a few other folks to the last, I guess it's a certain window of time for this garbage. And then you get a little window of time, you can hurry up and get some goddamn help. Still, your life is in turmoil. Even though you got out of it, you relocated, you did this, but you still piss poor broke, you lost time. Just in that alone, the whole damn world owe people money. Pay those people you put in that goddamn refrigerator for some apparent reason. Shit. But anyway, that was the first thing went out. And a person like me, taking my tech away, best believe I went crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Inside and out, but I ain't show nobody. You know what I'm saying? I went to my boy's house to try to fix it, which is the other house I told you about. And I seen a relative of mine being real nosy. The funny thing is that he run off and tell my daddy where I'm at, but yeah, these people like family to him. So, you know, they going, well, it had already started off my ex. But remind you, I'm gonna just say this, everything my ex new man is, that's what she said I was. And they bought that because they already didn't like me. All they needed was somebody to say something bad about Denzel Washington. I was just playing, y'all. I love Denzel Washington. I grew up on Denzel, man. Jason Statham and all them boys. Bruce Lee with me right now, and Ali. They stay with me. Dick Gregory, Buddha, or Sambo, however y'all want to call him. Yeah, he told me his other name. I guess Buddha original name, Sambo, ain't. Don't know, don't care. I was just like, I care, but you know, it's a fleshly thing. But it's a lot of them roll with me, dog. And I'm a kind of guy that kept company, even though I didn't want it, because of what I got to bring to the table, a lot more than most people bosses. So for me to go into a blackout like that, in that little window of time, something was off. Thank you, God. I remember relatives coming to visit where I stayed in Carolina. And he seen when he left, it was other people there, but when this particular person left, which is the closest relative to me, he had this nasty look on his face. And he a man with a little power, here anyway. And I ain't think nothing about it, but today I know he had something to do with it because of that. But the family we were, we had a beautiful family. Me and my ex would take care of our child, we mind our business. Well, she was cheating then, but I didn't know it, so we was good. The place looked good, and that particular person couldn't stand it. Because I know how he raised his family. He robbed his own kids so bad he made them burglars. Now they burglars. They're like, Daddy did it, or Mama did it. Why can't I do it? And that's what happened when you're a poor parent. I mean, that's what happened with poor parenting. When you're not a good parent. Then you leave these kids, you talk all bad about your kid, but what you don't know is some poor sap on the street that you probably already don't like finna take care of your child. The great thing about that is that that's a generational curse. The sad part is that your child probably gonna have to pay that piper, and if your child don't, it's gonna torture your whole generation until somebody fess up to it. That's the way that works. So, they cut off the technology, and they pretty much paid everybody around me that I knew in my neighborhood not to fuck with me, basically. Told them a whole lot of lies. And they had to believe it because, we all dealing with some illegal shit it looked like. So they felt like they just had to believe it. And it also felt like they had to believe it because they ain't never liked me because most of them women love me. Now, this is what I got to say about that. The way the Creator brought me up was that I was never gonna be able to change my life and walk away from somebody. Somehow, some way, this person was gonna be tied to me for a length of time, no matter if I got right or not. And eventually that person stays with me somehow throughout my whole life, even if I ain't dealing with this person no more, even if I move miles away from this person. I don't know if that's a spiritual brother or what they call that, spiritual family, I don't know. But I can tell you this, that a lot of those people don't leave no matter how far you go in your mind or physically. So, when they cut the tech off, they also paid the people that I knew and was dealing with my whole life not to deal with me. Not only did they pay them not to deal with me, they probably paid them to go along with the fucking game. Like Shawty like to say, could have bought a jet. But they still wasting money on this bullshit. The funny thing is this. These particular people say they broke. Let me show you how God works. These particular people are also probably the same particular people who've been stealing my mail for 3 years. Somehow they mail mysteriously get into my possession. Not my mail, their mail. And I get to see what their account look like. And their account look like how I work. See, this is what I want to tell Northeast Georgia. The reason why you curse, Northeast Georgia is cursed. It ain't nowhere around this place. You literally gotta leave out of Northeast Georgia to have fun. That's a curse within itself. And if y'all wanna break this curse, I'm finna enlighten y'all on how. The wind even blowing, thank you, wind, for agreeing. But you can break this curse by changing your demeanor, changing your way of thinking about people who are sick. I know you people, I've been with you people my whole life. You are the same people. If a child is born handicapped, you would treat them just like the crackhead, just like the meth head. Just like the alcoholic. That's why it ain't 4 women to each man in Northeast Georgia. That's why ain't nothing balanced in Northeast Georgia. You got literally rich people and poor people in Northeast Georgia. Hey, maybe it's an experiment. Maybe it's one of these places that the old America don't want you fucking with. Because I done seen Northeast Georgia get away with some crazy shit. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, these people's philosophy that you are following that got you going in the wrong direction, it's still just that, their philosophy. It's still just like me explaining to you my philosophy on how life need to be. The difference is they was able to put money in your pocket and you said yeah to $1, even though you knew that the outcome was gonna be torturous to the people, including your people and yourself. But since you were so hard up for money, you sold your soul. Really selling your soul is a short way of saying you fucked yourself when it comes down and you going to the other side. It don't matter if you go to hell or not, you gotta pay a pipe over there, y'all. I'm gonna prove it to y'all. I can prove it to y'all right now, especially you overly radical Christians. When you go on the other side, you're gonna pay for it. Cause a lot of y'all like to tell yourself now that God's an awesome guy and he's, you know, he never do no wrong, never do this, never do that. He gonna make sure you good as long as you get over there. That's a fucking lie. You know why? Because it's discipline here, right? Do you think human beings came up with that? Do you think human beings came up with laws? Laws of attraction, laws of energy. You think human beings came? No, they didn't. Somebody left them on a higher up, left the elite that info. That means what? It worked like that on the other side. So, truthfully, your best bet is to pay that piper here on this 3D round before you take your black ass over there to 8D, because everything's gonna be heightened. The torture would be even more greater. So, half of you scumbags out there right now can't even go and travel to meet somebody that you probably met on a social site without being scared out your wits or something happening to you. But yet, you got the audacity to do a crime that's gonna make you really get your ass handed to you over there on the other side. How backwards is that? See, we can fix all that if we can get to it. Since we ain't getting to that part, we ain't gonna be able to fix that together. We too busy trying to fix the fact that white and black still trying to kill each other, and Earth is hurting because mankind, humans, act like they don't got a responsibility in nothing no more. All they gotta do is pray, and God take care of the rest, as if God don't got nothing to do. We got stuff to do, right? How would God know to have us stuff to do? Because he got stuff to do. Y'all better start using your wisdom out there. Damn, to discern the spirit. You ain't using wisdom, knowledge. You gotta learn how to use them too before you get to the discerning spirit. You can be the dumbest person in the world when you graduate off the slowest degree. You You can quit school in junior high. I know people who have, and they're millionaires. But as long as you know how to utilize wisdom, eventually wisdom gonna teach you knowledge. And you're gonna be a bad SOB. Period. I don't care who you is. So, anyway, the next thing that happened was there's prostitutes everywhere, whores everywhere. I'm also the kind of man who never had a woman problem. But they paid all the good women to stay away from me. But then turn around, I ain't gonna say pay them, but they belittled my name to the good women that stayed away from me. And they paid the whores, disease-infested individuals to come to me. I turned it down, you know what I'm saying, as much as possible. But now it's like I'm just healing all the time. Shit, healing all the time, bro. That shit done got old, bro. I'm so ready to leave Earth. But I ain't got no reports good to say about this place when I go over there, dog. I mean, I got good stuff to say about individuals, but I ain't got nothing to say about the planet as a whole, really. I mean, unless it's eco. They're about the only one that knows something. Yeah, it seems like the eco people smarter than the scientists today. We call them tree huggers. I would fuck a tree before I fuck with half the people, half the women out there today, bro. I don't care how good they look. I skin my John up dealing with a tree. I have better chances with a tree, bro. I swear. Because that's a lot of money you gotta pay for right there. Them STDs cost, bro. And it's sad to know that some STDs come with pills that people like to get high with. Because I know people who intentionally get some STDs just to get high with the fucking drug. That is so fucked up, man. But anyway, so the gadgets went out first. You lost your clientele. Even some of my closest cousins wouldn't even talk to me no more. And if they did, it was, oh yeah, the shit we taught each other to do to each other. So immediately I knew not to call them ever again. And all this over what, y'all? Let me tell you the big thing that happened. The big thing that happened was you stopped generational wealth. The other big thing that happened was you basically resetted a generational curse. So you basically ruined your kids' future. I don't care what side of the world you live on. That shit fall on all of our kids, except for mine, of course. But don't you forget, I paid the piper though. But no harm, no foul. I forgive everybody. But I'm just saying, if you finna base your journey from this life to the next life off of hearsay and not off of what you say for yourself, then you in trouble already. Because you come into this world by yourself, you're gonna have to leave out by yourself. It don't matter if you got 1 million people to heaven. You can send yourself to hell. And God gonna ask you, how can you send everybody else to heaven except to yourself? I done seen them do it before. At the Libra scale. It's amazing how guys show up, y'all over there, because you don't think he's there. But when I drawed it for a young lady and it blowed her mind, but she didn't say nothing. But I saw it in her eyes, she was like, wow, I drawed it for her, how he do it over there. And it blew her top off. But yeah, it's like he just come out, like Terminator. That dude, that silk dude or whatever he was, it's like he just walk up like you sitting there, bumping your guns about God didn't do this, guy. A lot of people, believe it or not, when they cross over, they blame God for everything. Just like we here blame folk for shit. We go over there with that bullshit. But the problem is over there ain't nobody pointing no finger. They know better. So now you see that my routes was intentional. It was in a short, though. If I wanted to get out of it, I could have easily just got a job out of this jurisdiction, and it probably would have been over from there. But I wanted to nail this in the coffin because I'm the youngest out of pretty much 10 siblings, and we all struggled, but we all was pretty good, decent. Now that I know a little bit more about the world today, we all deserve a lot more than we all got today. And I wanted to get down to it because a lot of people in this region, white and black, are struggling, and they are brilliant people in some way or fashionable form. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? But I wrote it off as some scumbag years ago that's dead and gone, probably in hell, screaming from the top of his lungs like, change that shit, because all y'all coming down here with me. Left some rules and regulations on how they wanted this area to be. And since they were so powerful, they troops behind them is just sticking straight to the goddamn store, knowing they're sending them straight to hell. I don't know, some paper asshole shit. Whatever. That's why I ain't no leader shit. You think I won't write the shit off this bullshit after I read it? I don't care who wrote it. Unless God and the Netheroos or somebody wrote it personally, I'm gonna probably write the shit off or fit something in it that look like some old scumbag shit. All right now, Fluffy. But I told her, even the young lady here, I told her, ASAP, I was like, I know somebody probably sent you, but I'm gonna tell you straight up. I told her that at the door. And I still have to get on to her from time to time. She's trying to take up too much of my energy because y'all will be amazed what's programmed into us and how we take it a part of our life and thinking that's what God wanted. No, God wants you to have faith. For me, faith is my trust. I don't trust nobody, but I got faith that people can do the right thing. And people will do the right thing, some anyway. But if you don't, then that's where your faith failed. So then immediately it's up to God, and I leave you in God's hands. That's like, I don't know this for a fact, but I think it was certain people who's supposed to have some kids. Everybody didn't fit this description, but I know I probably was one of them. But the Creator, I remember not too long ago, the Creator recently really getting mad, because remember I told y'all I wanted them to keep me over there. I didn't even want to come back to Earth, period. Even if it meant going to hell. So when they brought me back, that's when I had this, and I realized that they took it from me. They must don't want y'all to know that part. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The routes was paid, and it was all did by, as I said, by my own family. That shit made us look bad, spiritually and physically. And you're gonna have to deal with that on the other side. Everything is accounted for. When I did leave, when I did come back to, after my experience, I realized that nothing happens for no reason. Everything happens for a reason, whether it seems good or bad to people, y'all. Be wary, be careful on the decisions you make, because you feel like it's the greatest decision that came to you in the world. Because one thing the Creator made me understand clearly, that nothing comes without a little work. And when he told me to do this thing and all that stuff, I said, they ain't gonna do nothing but steal it. Because people been stealing from me my whole life. My color, good, bad, spiritual people, Christians, don't matter. They always just stealing, bro. Like, that shit, that's a lot. They go to the man or the woman they want in their dream, tell them about my dream, and tell them how my dumb ass done explain it to them. And they'll go talk to them about it, and then I'm back to the drawing board. Shit, after so many of them damn going back to the drawing board, I said, fuck that shit. It don't matter if you gave me $1 million, they're like, oh, it's too late, bro. You take that damn $1 million and you go, I seen some wealthy people do this online. I think they had some toilet paper. They were wiping their ass. Go wipe your ass with that shit. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Too late now, I lost everything. What I need it for? Everything that meant anything is gone. What I'm gonna do, start over and go get everything that, especially dealing with humans and trying to find companionships and love. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm not doing that over. And I ain't gonna say I'm not doing it over because I don't believe and I don't have faith. I'm saying I'm not doing it over because it ain't even working out for y'all. I can see just fine. It didn't work out for the last generation, and it didn't work out for the generation before that. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be the generation number 4 that's gonna work. I'm not a fool. Not in that department. When people say I'm in a poverty mindset, and they still saying millionaires and shit, the high priest and all that, okay, you keep blowing that horn you want to. I done told y'all what real money is, and I done told y'all why they use real money back in the days. If you didn't get that, you ain't never gonna get it, and you gonna always think that a piece of paper is what separates man from man. Paper asshole. That paper about as good as the shit it's written on. I mean, whatever that got you doing that shit is about as good as the shit it's written on. So, all I'm saying is this. Put yourself in that person or any of our shoes and get your tech taken away. Get your resources taken away. I mean, get your, the people you can fall back on. Get that taken away. All by a narcissist or just an individual that just wanted to lie. Like the person that cried, wolf. You know what I'm saying? A little lie turned into a big lie eventually. Ain't got no choice if you're gonna keep lying. Right now, I can cut off my social media, and it's been like this now for a minute. And just about every family member I got in like a 6-month radius, I start calling them again, like clockwork. Why wasn't the social media on? Why not do it while it's on? I mean, I can come up with plenty of ways of why, but I'm asking you, Could you call yourself a God-fearing person after you give me that answer, verbally, out loud? No matter how in your higher self you feel you is. But anyway, like I said, there were certain kids I think wanted to be born, and they still gonna get born regardless, because God was, he's serious about this kid stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all something, fair warning out there. I don't even know When I did that trumpet song not too long ago, I don't even know if the Euphrates River stuff is real, because I don't even be looking at YouTube like that. The people that I be with at the moment mainly be looking at my stuff. I mean the computers and shit. But I glance over stuff. But the window of time in that is pretty damn close. And I'm telling y'all, if you interfere with these kids that the Creator won't born, y'all in trouble. Not only y'all, this world is in trouble. And it's already in dire need. It's already ready to regurgitate you. So you throw a couple more stones at guy, thinking you right over him and your right is over his, just because you feel like it ain't no guy, paper asshole. But let me tell you something about that paper assholes. If it ain't no guy, who the hell put the galaxy up there? Who the hell puts things in perfect synchronicity? People say it ain't nothing perfect on this planet. It is, it's the human body. If we didn't contaminate it, it would literally heal itself, regenerate itself over and over and over, more time than we would want to live on this bitch. But since we got so much chemical and poison throughout the world for sale, and the goddamn ones that done made trillions of dollars off of paying some of our monthly mortgages, we are all just about acting like paper assholes, knowing that we know better. That's what pisses God off. But you mess with these kids they got coming. Fortunately, I won't be here. But you mess with these kids, it's gonna be a wrap. And I can promise you that, because the last time I astrode and I heard from God, he said, imagine, two gangsters coming up to each other. I'm not saying he's a gangster. He whispered talking to me like a gangster. He was like, so what's up with the kid? Think you gonna do the relationship? Cause I ain't even into that relationship shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to tell those guys, like, don't get too close to me. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I told him what I said, mumbling and shit, acting scared. And he said, oh, these kids finna get, you know what I'm saying? Like, these kids finna happen. Like, regardless of what we all done went through, and we really don't want to see no more kids. He like, oh no, one of y'all finna have your kids. So, to the parents and to the people, the karmics who interfere with them twin flames or them reunions right there, y'all are in a lot of trouble, bro, when y'all cross over. Because for one, you was too stupid to have your own business. And now you, all of a sudden, so genius, you able to steal a blessing from one of God's people. Something that ain't never been heard of before. Y'all in trouble, bro. That means you ain't gonna be able to go over there and say, oh my God, like that part in the Bible, people love to, I don't even think it's in there, it might be, don't know. It ain't that important for me to look for it, but where it says, if you don't know no better, God gonna forgive you for it. Oh, hell no. If you able to do some shit like that, then you was able to start a business. More than one successful business. Because I just said, never known the man have a person ever been able to steal a blessing from one of God's chosen ones. So you mean to tell me it's possible now? Genius, absolute genius. You stole from God. You know how pissed off he is right now? I think God was so pissed off at one time, he had to stop himself from going into his human state. I'm serious, bro. But anyway, y'all, this is what I want to tell Northeast Georgia. I'm finna sum this up, finna wrap this up. Quit interfering with moderation. If you're not gonna study something besides the Bible, you always gonna go by what somebody says best, that you play dumb and ignorant to everything and just go to a beat, I guess, I don't know. But moderation in everything is the key to life. It's in many great books. All the wise will know it. It's been taught throughout the whole world, ancient shit. Quit embarrassing us as a whole in the country. Just because we're in a rural area don't mean we gotta be stupid. Quit embarrassing us, all of us, by making decisions like that. Don't call somebody out of their name because they know how to respectfully do it out of moderation. Just because your parents sold you for rocks, or just because your parents beat your ass when they got drunk, don't mean everybody doing that. It just means you was married to a Carmen, especially if you notice it to the point that you can convict everybody else throughout the whole world. All men are dogs, all women are hoes, like you know for a fact. You must have been a high priestess married to a Carmen. They put that whip on you, didn't they? And you just couldn't get your mind out the gutter when it came to that sex part, and now you fucked. Own up to that shit. See how much better you feel instead of living a lie your whole life and making everybody else's life miserable because you miserable. Misery loves company, especially in the bed. Now, like I said, city folk, y'all can ignore this shit. But you country folk, you need to hear it. There's a lot of great celebrities and great artists, a lot of great everything that literally had to leave a beautiful, immaculate, pristine country to go stay somewhere where it's loaded. Houses on top of houses. I don't care how good the city might be to everybody else. Everybody don't want to live like that. Some people love the country, but they know the ignorance that's in the country is just, it's not formidable. Is that the right word? You know what I'm saying? It's just, you just can't own up to no shit. Like, don't nobody want to do. Like they say, man, I'm allergic to ignorance, bro. Or stupidity. Especially to that degree. You see somebody go in a liquor store, you see somebody do something, quit saying. Because I know the clown that got me in this situation is an alcoholic. Everybody who helped put me and these people in this situation on my side that I know is strung out, is confused sexually, is a hater, is probably a narcissist, have been stealing their whole life, not only from the people around them, but from their own kids. Some of them traded their kids to be with a lover. A lot of them did that and looked at me like, what the fuck wrong with me and why I ain't doing it? Make more kids anywhere. Walk away from people talk like that. Don't hate them, just pray for them. Tell them why if you got to, just leave them. Because if they ain't getting out of that mindset, you definitely will corner. Time to get on the right side of the chessboard now. All the chess pieces need to get on the right side now, y'all. So, anyway, you're not gonna be able to rule me out as crazy because on record, my lungs, everything that I told y'all is fact and it's just. In turn meaning, it's more than an 80% chance that I was telling the truth. That makes the whole world guilty. Well, not the whole world, but everybody who wants to partake in trying to so-called help me. And a lot of y'all are helping, and I thank y'all for that. And I thank my fans. I know I ain't got but 3 or 4. I know I got 8 now. Thank you, 8 fans, my 8 subscribers. But thank y'all for loving my work. But honestly, it's my life shit. I lost everybody in 3 years, and social media became literally my family. Like, and I never wanted nothing like that. But like I said, I hope y'all listen to this, because I'm going to keep this one long. I ain't got like 7 more minutes. But I had been off of drugs. I had accomplished everything just about to a T, and didn't even recognize it, y'all, till now, which is sad, that I needed to accomplish in my spiritual self through my flesh, which was, I don't know why I want to say all these different words, bro. Might look some of these words up. Which was phenomenal, because I didn't even recognize I accomplished that until I had this accident recently. I always thought I was a scumbag, and just like they said when I was little, I was the devil himself. I pretty much knew I was going to hell when I crossed over. So I didn't care nothing about me. I always cared about everybody else's well-being. But some of the kids, like some of the people that I helped, and I know some of y'all wasn't on these whores, laying on your backs, but you definitely were drug addicts, to a point it showed. And I tell people now, especially if you live here in Northeast Georgia, don't listen to what somebody say about somebody. You better look at nature. Everybody who said that I was strung out on something looked like they strung out on what they said I was strung out on. And then, after all that happened, they turn around and say, I'm doing magic. No, you did the magic. It's called blowback magic. You call bad blowback from that shit, nigga. That magic whooped your ass. You ever seen Kung Fu Hustler when they were playing that piano and they hit that man in that chest and then he didn't know where that shit came from? That's what happened to your ass right now. And death is right next door if you don't get it right. Now, I ain't finna argue with y'all about if hell real or not. Just know you gotta pay the piper when you cross over regardless. Better remember what I said. Man didn't make laws, God did. And if they exist here, they exist everywhere else. Probably even more strenuous. So don't play yourself. Now, some of y'all I helped for years tore me down, tore my relationships down. And a year you couldn't even give me. 3 years in and I'm still giving you motherfuckers hell, and you still paying people to tell me to move on. Get off my goddamn credit then. Get off my motherfucking line. Get off my goddamn Wi-Fi. Fuck out my area right here. Stop following me at these jobs and telling these jobs not to hire me then. Get the fuck back. And I move on and I be quiet. But you too big of a paper asshole to do that, because you a fucking player hater. And you ain't gonna stop till you see blood. Well, guess what, clown? It's a new day and age, motherfucker. So if it's gonna be blood from me, it's gonna be blood from you. Cause we don't play that shit in our high gang, nigga. We Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, one body, nigga. And everybody else that you done lynched, white or black, or any other nationality for this matter, especially my Indians. They all root for me. Almost got me wanting to root for me. Too bad I gotta do that self-affliction, the way I treat myself. I can't just root for myself. I gotta prove it to myself. So, I just want y'all to know, this was the time, 3 years, starting in 2020, was the time where everybody in the world should have started acting like Jesus. Because we living in the moments where, was it Saul? I can't remember what story that was, where you turn around, you turn to a pillar of salt. That's what we at right now. God ready to destroy this place. And if he don't find a good soul, enough good in it, he's getting rid of all of us. Just like the dinosaurs, just like the people before us, and anything else for that matter. Like I said, the earth don't regurgitate itself for nothing. The earth is an organ. Just like my stomach and your stomach. If you keep drinking that fucking liquor, you're gonna lose your motherfucking, what they say, the wall around your stomach, and then your stomach gonna become irritable to the point where you can't keep nothing down. You get it now? So quit wasting your time trying to figure out if I'm a devil or God or Jesus, and worry about where the fuck you going when you cross over, regardless if you rich or poor. Because just because your decision making got you wearing fine linen and got a lot of people respecting you to the point that you flatter your goddamn self, you're a lover of yourself, then you better self-reevaluate immediately and get beside self. Because if you think God give a rat's ass about that shit, you are highly mistaken. He said he wants you to own the power of being poor and rich. In turn, meaning you can be rich or poor anytime you feel like it, just like myself. So don't never in your life fix your face to say that a person like me is poverty-struck when you still don't own nothing yet. My shit was stripped from me, shawty. And regardless of what they say I am doing these 3 years, it doesn't count for y'all. You gonna have to go back to my past. And let me tell you something, all the people that I saved and I helped, I had to go back to their past, because when they came up to me needing my help, they wasn't worth helping. They didn't have no money, they was ugly and contaminated. I had to make them back beautiful again, just so they could shit on me. Not because I'm a coward, I'm showing love like that bullshit you hear a lot of people say online. No, it's because that's my job, nigga. I gotta love regardless, like Jesus told y'all. That might not fit everybody, but it definitely fit us. No matter how y'all spit on me, shit on me, I gotta do right by y'all. But I got a different way now, though. I had to make some modifications to that shit. Not saying it's right or wrong, but me and God still going over. So, don't you ever fish your mouth and say nothing about me again, because guess what you didn't do? Help. Because for a child like me, with a background like me and a record like me, somebody should have helped. Like for real, for real. FR. So stop playing yourself out there and telling yourself a bunch of lies so you can sleep good at night. You might as well not sleep at all. Now, quit playing yourself. And like I said, everybody who told y'all put people like this in this situation 20 times worse than us. And if all the people that's in this situation died today, it would be catastrophic by tomorrow on Earth. Because there's a lot of great people right now suspended in this goddamn position right now because of some paper asshole shit. And like I said, whoever wrote the goddamn blueprint to it probably in hell right now, screaming from the bottom of their lungs, trying to get them to change that bullshit. or in some prison over there. So don't flatter yourself. You know, it must be nice to be able to get 100 people to agree with you, get 20 people to agree with you, to get 5 people to agree with you to help you sleep good at night. Because a lot of us never had one, whether we were rich or poor. We knew once we were rich not to bleed the paper assholes around us, because they gonna tell us anything just to get what they want. And when you're poor, you ain't got nobody around you. Perfect prime example of you coming into this earth by yourself and you will leave out by yourself. Everything in your life, there will be a new Bible, people. Everything in your life counts. All the way from dropping the ice out the chest shake. I'm in the trade, bro. Like I said in Northeast Georgia, do not ever try your best starting from tonight to stop judging a character by their moderation. Back when I was coming up, mamas traded their goddamn kids for drugs. Alcoholics beat their wives to death or killed their husbands. Stayed in the liquor store. Stayed drinking. You know it and I knew it because we got beat for it. So don't play yourself with talking about people like me, not knowing what the fuck we done went through by being able to call us out our name. You can do that to some people, paper asshole, and think you can go bouncing around on. You ain't coming up to me with that shit. Because I ain't earned and deserved none of this bullshit that I was placed in. And I'm pissed off. And you better thank God for the drugs, because my mind really went somewhere else immediately. I shifted gears immediately when this happened, because I knew I didn't deserve it. I knew it was a mistake from the Astros. I told God that personally. Now, that's how I know for a fact y'all was supposed to do something different. I literally had to climb my ass out of this goddamn hole, bro. Dragging a few other bodies with me that don't deserve to be here. Getting us all out of hell with nothing again. No help, no support, no money. Just a bunch of bitter bums in my way, even if it's your own parents. Man, because of your accomplishments. The most of my parents ever said was that he got it too easy. And you know who they be telling that to? God. Even they admit that God my parent. That's bad. Now they worried about the stop. Now they worried about what I got done had locked up this whole time, and they ain't never let nobody see. My brother told me today, the one that's crippled, that I barely get to talk to. He told me everything that they said. And it was just like the tarot card people said, they made my name look like shit. But that's still, if I was in the other people's shoes, I would have went to the horse. Because the way I came up in the game, the motherfucker everybody dissing is the person you better go talk to. That's the real winner. Now, back to the sinners.